Alright, there's a video for 1VHT about the mixed exercises of chapter 5. So here we're going to repeat everything that you learned. Some of the things were not new. I think well, the end was new with the proportional and inversely proportional. So maybe I'll make another video about that. And then we have the summary, which says everything that you learned, and then we're going to do the diagnostic test. But today this video is about exercise 4, 5 and 6 of the mixed exercises. Now I do like you to try the exercise yourself first. So if you haven't made them yet, please try to make them first. And if you don't understand, you can watch this video, or you can watch this video to check your answer if you did understand it. It says here, exercise 4, a Dutch person uses 124 liters of water per day. And that's for everything that you do that requires water. How many liters do the 16.8 million Dutch people use in a year? Okay, so every day, I'm going to write down the answer over here. Okay, every day a person uses 124 liters of water. There are 16.8 million people according to this exercise. So we're going to remember the million. In the end, I'm just going to write million after it. You want to know what do they use in a year. So there are 365 days in a year. So if you calculate this, then you get an answer. And then we're going to write down million liters behind it. So this is, let me see, 760,000 and then 368 and then million. So that's a whole lot liters. That's a whole lot that they use. Then we're going to go to question B. It says the Dutch drink so many liters of mineral water in total in a year. How many liters is that per person per week? Round off your answer to the nearest 100, so we need to round off to decimal places. So they drink so many liters of mineral water. That's the water that comes in a bottle. Sometimes it has like bubbles in it, right? So we have so much. I'm going to remember the million again. How many liters does the Dutch people drink per week? So we need to divide this by the number of Dutch people, because they know how many the Dutch people drink in a year. Then you need to divide it by 52, because if you do that, they know how much that is per person per week. So this is both in millions, so that's why you can just ignore it. And then when we have an answer, that's just in liters. Rounded off, this is 0.42 liters per week. That's the answer for exercise B. So we take the total, we divide it by all the people, and then we divide it by the number of weeks, and then you know per week. Hopefully everybody could follow that. Then we're going to go to exercise 5, which is about this article. That's always a bit annoying because you have to read a lot of information. It says a lot of things here. So let's just read it. It says the number of online shoppers is on the rise. That means that it's increasing. More and more people shop online. In 2014, that was 84.5% of the 12.3 million internet users that the Netherlands had. And then they said they bought something from the internet. Out of these online shoppers, 75.9% regularly buys things online. In 2009, the Netherlands had few internet users, because not everybody had internet yet, like mostly old people, they don't really use it, right? And of which so many people ever bought something from the internet. Of the internet users in 2009, 68.2% were regular online shoppers. That means they buy things like more than once on a regular basis. Let's take a look at the exercises. Question A. How many people regularly bought things online in 2009? Okay, well here it says that 68.2% of the people that bought things in 2009 were regular shoppers. We want to know how many are there. So you have to take the number of internet users, 11.8, and then calculate 68.2% of that. So I'm going to write down the answers underneath here. Question A is 0.682, because 68.2% is 0.682. And then we need to multiply that with 11.8. If you calculate that, we get 8.0476. So rounded off, that's about 8 million people. Exercise B. It says, what percentage of the internet users bought something online in 2009? Because not everybody is a regular online shopper. Some people only buy things once, right? 8.8 million people ever bought something in 2009. So we're going to take 8.8 and divide it by the total number of internet users in 2009. And then we can calculate the percentage. If you want to calculate the percentage, you always have to do it times 100. And then here the answer is 74. 6%. Alright. Exercise C. In 2014 there were more people who had bought something via the internet than there were in 2009. How many more? Okay, so in 2009 there were 8.8 million people that ever bought something via the internet. In 2014, 84.5% of these people ever bought something from the internet. So we first need to calculate what 84.5%, so that's 0.485, what percentage that is out of the 12.3 million shoppers. So if you calculate this, then this will be 10.3. Oh, this is not on the paper at all. Sorry about that. It's kind of annoying. Now you can see it. So here we have 10.3935. So that's how many people bought something ever. We want to know what the difference is. So we're going to take this number. We're going to round it off to 10.4. We're going to subtract 8.8 from it. And then we know it's 1.6 million more. Alright, then we're going to go to exercise D, and hopefully this will be clearly visible on the paper. How many people regularly shopped online in 2014? So 2014, so we have to read this story a bit more. It says out of these online shoppers, 75.9% regularly buy things online. Okay, so here we calculated how many people bought something online. Right, it was 10.4, and then this percentage of that regularly buys things online. So we have to calculate. And there's here the bell in the background, so maybe I'll wait for the bell to finish. We have 75.9%. So if you write it down as a decimal number, you have 0.759. Then we need to multiply that with this number, because this is the number of people that bought something online, and these are the people that regularly buy things online. So if you calculate this, then you have 7.9 million people that buy things online regularly, right, or often. So these are the answers for exercise 5. Then the final exercise of this video is exercise 6, and that's about ratio. Ratio is the ratio of something, how many you have, and then if you double everything, the ratio stays the same. Let me explain that here. It says Tom sells 3 types of soap. He has deluxe soap, soft soap, and honey soap, and this is the ratio. So that means that deluxe soap, he has 4 of those. For every 4 he has of those, he has 2 soft and 1 honey. Alright, so he sells 4 times as much deluxe soap than he does honey soap. Alright, in 1 week he sells 476 packs of soap in the ratio 42:1. How many of each pack did he sell? Well, if you add this, if you have 4 bars of soap from deluxe, 2 from soft and 1 from honey, in total you have 7 bars, so 7 bars of soap. So what we need to do is we take the 476 and we divide it by 7, because then we know how many times 7 fits in there. Now if you calculate this, then you'll have 68. This fits in there 68 times. So then means that we have to make all these numbers, we have to make them 68 times as big. So if I move the paper a little bit, if you do 4 times 68 and 2 times 68 and 1 times 68, you get the following ratio. Here you have 68, and then 2 times 68 is 136, and then 4 times 68 is this times 2, so that's 272. So this is the how many bars of soap he sold from every type. So he sold so many deluxe soap, so many soft soap, and so many honey soap. When you add all of this together, you're going to get that number. So this is exercise A. Exercise B. A week later, the ratio for his sales is 7:3:2, and he sells 195 fewer packs of honey than the deluxe soap. How many packs of soap did he sell in total in this week? Alright, so now we have a new ratio. The ratio is 7:3:2. Now this is deluxe here. This is soft and this is honey. And he says that he sells 195 fewer packs of honey than he did from that. Well, the difference between these two numbers here is 5, right? Here, if you do -5, you get that one. Well, we have a new ratio in a moment. We want to figure out what it is. And now we want the difference to be not 5, but 195. We want this to be 195 less than that. So if you look how many times 5 fits in here, right, it fits in there 39 times. So you have to make everything 39 times as big. because 195 divided by 5 is 39. So we're going to multiply this with 39, that's 78. We're going to multiply this with 39, which is 117. And we're going to multiply this with 39, which is 273. So this is how many he sold of each type in that week. So this was the answer for exercise 6. Thank you for watching this video. Bye-bye.